Hello everybody, welcome back to another unbox video, and in today's video, we're going to be unboxing the Switch OLED. However, not only are we going to be doing an unboxing, we're also going to be doing the first time setup. We're going to be going through that, and I'm also just going to do some first impressions and stuff, which is pretty much what I did for my last video when I unboxed the Switch Lite. I didn't unbox the original Switch, but I did unbox the Switch Lite, and I did pretty much all the same stuff, so yeah, I'm going to be doing that for this too, so yeah, let's get started. First of all, I wanted to look at the sides of the box and stuff. On the back, well, not on the back, on the side, says what it includes. On the actual back, it shows some pictures of what the Switch actually looks like, and, you know, stuff like the stand and the dock and stuff like that. On this side, it's basically just going over a few of the features, and then we're back to the front. On the top, it's just the Nintendo logo, and on the bottom, gotta be careful to cover up my serial number. That's pretty much what it looks like on the bottom. So yeah. All right, now we can actually get to taking this thing out of the box. Normally, I'd do a jump cut to getting the seal off, but this thing actually didn't even have a seal, so I can just open it. And first thing we are greeted with are the two Joy-Cons. Right here. I'll look at those in a second. And we are also greeted with the Switch itself, which actually looks a lot different than I thought it would. All right. Underneath all of this, actually, we do have a little thing underneath here, which looks like some of the instruction manual-y stuff. Yeah, looks like just some health and safety stuff. Gonna ignore that. All right, so underneath all of that, we have the dock here, which we'll go over that in a minute. And then we also have, this is the HDMI cable. This is the charging cable, the USB-C charging cable. And this is, well, okay, this is the Joy-Con grip for if you want to play it in dock mode. And then here's here's two of the Joy-Con grip. I don't know what these things are actually called. I just call them like the lanyard things. And that is it. That is everything in the box. So I guess first things first, let's just take out random stuff because I put it all in a pile. So that's what the grip looks like. It looks like it's pretty much just the exact same thing as the normal grip that the standard Switch had. The charger also looks like it is pretty much just the same charger that we've always had. Yeah, that looks like it's just the same charger. It is also still USB-C, just like the original Switch. The HDMI cable, it looks the same. However, I have heard that this is actually an HDMI 2.1 cable, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I heard that it actually is an HDMI 2.1 cable. Or, I don't know, maybe it's the dock that had an HDMI 2.1 port. I don't know. This does visually look the same as the HDMI cable, though, from the original Switch. The dock is actually wrapped in both bubble wrap and also this little paper thing. Ah, come on out. There we go. If I can... Nope. It's really hard to do this with one hand. There we go. All right, so this is the new dock. It's actually got a glossy finish on the inside, and on the back, no more hinge. That's what the inside of it looks like. Got the AC adapter port, HDMI port, and instead of it having a USB port, we actually just have a LAN port. There's two USB ports on the side still, though. So that's pretty interesting. And the bottom looks like that. So, yeah. The Joy-Cons, I'm just going to take those two out. That's what the Joy-Cons look like. I mean, they're pretty much the same thing as like a normal Joy-Con. Honestly, yeah, they're pretty much just normal Joy-Con. I don't know if these have... I've seen that some of the newer Joy-Cons actually have certain things in them to prevent Joy-Con drift. I don't know if these will. I'm assuming they would because they're pretty new, but who knows? And then the lanyards, I think I think the lanyard part of it actually looks, oh yeah, it does look a little different. It's got like dots now. I don't remember them having that. I don't know, I could be wrong about that though. Other than that, they look pretty much the same though, so. And finally, we got to the actual Switch unit itself, which I'm going to try to take out of the bag. And that's what that looks like. So yep, on the back, it's got the stand, which I actually don't know how to... Oh, I don't know how to actually get that off. We'll get that. Oh, there we go. Oh, wow, that's actually got a ton of resistance to it. Underneath, we actually got the micro SD card slot. I think that's magnetic, too. That's interesting. On the top, we got the buttons and stuff in the game card slot. And on the bottom, just the USB-C port. All right, so a bit of a jump cut. So now we're actually going to turn this thing on and set it up and see if it actually has any juice in it. I'm assuming it does, yeah. I'm assuming it has some battery in it. So yeah, we're going to be setting it up a bit. Wow, that's probably going to be a bit hard to show that off on screen. Let me get the Joy-Cons on. Okay, get the other one on. Yeah, it's hard to do that with one hand. Here we go. Probably looks a lot better in real life than it does on camera. Anyways, oop. I am in the Americas. Totally gonna read that. Totally gonna accept that agreement that I totally just read. Gonna set this up actually later once it. There we go. Let's look for time zone is Denver actually. I actually don't know what the time is, and I can't really check because I'm recording on my phone, so I'm just gonna click OK. We will connect it to a TV later. Detach the Joy-Cons. Can I? Okay, I can. Let's see if I can do that with one hand. All right. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. Press the A button on the right controller. All right. Looks like they actually do have some new visuals and stuff for the new Switch, which is pretty cool. User will be added. All right. Yep. Let's just create a new user. I don't like any of those images. I'm going to use a different one. Let's see. I don't know which one I'm going to use. I guess I'm going to use this Super Mario 64 image, I guess. Why not? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Let me actually use the touchscreen because it'll probably be faster. Alright. There we go. I will link a Nintendo account later. Skip adding more users. Then we got an ad for the online service and parental controls. And that is the whole setup process. And man, this screen is so weird looking. By the way, this is actually tempered glass, I believe, which is pretty interesting. So it's not plastic anymore. They're not using a plastic screen, I believe. Actually, I don't know if this is tempered glass, but it is glass. So that's pretty cool. One thing I do want to see, actually, is if this thing actually, like what firmware this thing comes with out of the box. And it comes with firmware 12.0.3. But that is actually pretty interesting because it does have the ability to update the dock, which Nintendo did say was a feature they added in firmware 13.0, I believe. So that's interesting that that's here. Other than that, I mean, it doesn't look like the Bluetooth audio and stuff is on here yet, so I'd have to update it, but yeah. All right, so let me go get a few games to test out on this thing, and we can see how they look. So yeah, another jump cut. All right, so the first game is Mario Kart 8, which I thought would be a really good test, at least for the title screen, because the title screen has a lot of vivid colors and a lot of contrast with like the dark and stuff, and yeah, this looks really, really good. It looks a lot better in person than it does on camera. Like, it's really hard to replicate it on camera, but it looks really good in person. Let's see. I'm just going to use a default me because I actually haven't created a me yet. But yeah, this thing looks really nice. Like, it looks really, really nice. Another game I actually wanted to test, although I haven't put it in yet, was probably Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is another game that really has a ton of contrast between dark and light. So let me go pop that in here and test that out and see how that looks. All right, so I just booted up Ori Will of the Wisps on here, and yeah, this thing does look really pretty. Again, it's really hard to replicate that on camera because you are looking through my camera, but there is a lot of, like, the blue, for example, looks really vibrant and nice, and the dark areas look really dark and nice. This is a game that I feel like is a great showcase for an OLED display because of its contrast between dark and bright and stuff like that. And yeah, it looks really, really great on here. So yeah, the display is also, it's really, really good. And it's a lot better than I thought it would be, to be honest. Like, it actually looks really, really nice. Even in, like, for example, even like the home screen, for example, it even looks nicer than it used to, which is pretty impressive. Joy-Cons obviously don't really feel any different because they're just the same as the standard Switch. The stand is actually pretty good though. Like, it's a lot better than what we had in the first Switch. So yeah. Also, the screen being a lot bigger, I think having the bezels like this is a lot better than how they were on the standard Switch. The standard Switch had, like, honestly not that great bezels. So yeah, the bezels on here are a lot better than they were. So yeah, this thing is really, really nice. It's a pretty nice little upgrade over the original Switch. Although it really depends, like, whether it's worth it kind of just depends on whether or not you really are going to make use of any of these upgrades. Like, if you play mostly in docked, is just this addition of an Ethernet port really going to be worth it? I don't really think so, honestly. You could just get a USB adapter. But if you play a lot in handheld mode like me, this screen is really nice. The stand is really nice. It just feels better built overall. So yeah, that's my first impressions for the Switch OLED. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, leave a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.